treasure finders. Welcome to Wisconsin on this very dreary day. In this video, I am heading to Algoma, Wisconsin, which is on the Lake Michigan shore, and I have a guest beachcomber with me today. My son, who is an officer in the Navy, is visiting from San Diego, and I am lucky that he is pretty fond of beachcombing, like his mom. We don't get to see each other very much, so these times are really precious. In addition to beachcombing for rocks and beach glass, I'm going to show you my metal detecting setup that is perfect for beginners and give Jake a lesson on how to swing for treasure. For a first timer, he did really well and we had so much fun despite the not so great weather. Also, just a disclaimer, I do show my son the basics of metal detecting in this video, but I am a beginner and this is not meant to be a tutorial. So if I get something wrong, it's probably to be expected, and please don't kill me in the comments. So stay tuned and we'll show you Algoma. Piece of ceramic. Definitely not a rock. Great. Oops. Fine. Woo! Perfect.
Cool.
Perfect. Beauty. Ooh, that's a nice one too. Shaped. Ooh, that's a great color. Not highly frosted yet, but it's alright. Coke bottle. Oh, that is nice. Love it. That is really cool. Yeah, you gotta keep that one. So my son and I just finished up our beach hunt here in Algoma. Say hello, son. And we did pretty good here. We got a bag of rocks. You want to dump those in there?
Start with the rocks.
Algoma is a pretty rocky beach, and so you can find some cool stones here. Got a nice heart-shaped rock, couple. Is that heart-shaped, sort of? Sort of. Oh, that side. This is, that's better, yeah. Yep, and I don't know what these are. If anybody knows what these are, I just thought they were really cool. I don't know if they're agate type or, I don't know. Is this some honeycomb coral? Jake picked up the quartz. He really liked that. This is chain coral. Yeah, that one, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this an agate? It's pretty cool. So that was our, and this is quartz. It's really beautiful when it's wet. Here's the rest of our finds. Here's the beach glass that we found. Really good Coke bottle. I think this is the find of the day. Jake found this beautiful turquoise blue one. Some nice green. This is a nice color too. A couple pieces of pottery here. And there was our one little brown piece right there. Just some cute little rocks. So yeah, that was pretty fun. Oh, this is a nice dark, like wine bottle green, right? Yeah, wine bottle. Mm-hmm. So that was our finds. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go metal detecting. I'm gonna teach Jake how to metal detect, and he's gonna take the camera and I'm gonna show you my gear and just a little bit about how fun and easy it is for beginner metal detectorists to come out. My metal detector is not a Garrett, so I might be falsely advertising for Garrett, but that's just the bag that it's in. But I will get the rest of the gear out and give Jake a little lesson in metal detecting. So my machine is a Nocta Macro Simplex Plus. This is a beginner model. I did a lot of research, and this is the one that all the people said if you're just starting out to try this machine. It is very easy, user-friendly. I love it. I don't love it on salty beaches because it's very chattery. I'm just adjusting it kind of to my height right now. It has this arm thing. And you want it with your metal detector, so it'll have to be taller for Jake. You want to be very comfortable. You want to be standing upright, not down like this. So you adjust the height of it so that you're really comfortable upright. So we'll adjust it for you in a minute. And I just have two adjustments here. And so that's the machine. When I metal detect on, most places, I do use these wireless Bluetooth headphones, but that way you're not disturbing other people with the signals. We're going to do it today just out loud because there's nobody on the beach. It's kind of cold and misty today. And I just upgraded also a Nocta Macro pinpointer. This is something that you can't use the metal detector without one of these, really. It's almost impossible to find when you're digging. This pinpoints where your object is, and it would be super hard to do it without. I started out with a real inexpensive one. This was only like $15 on Amazon. I don't know what the name or what the brand is, and it worked fine for a while, but it was getting fussy, and so I upgraded to this one. I'm not sure how much this one was, but it was more, $50 maybe, I'm not sure. Another thing that's really important to have is a pair of gloves. because you can sometimes find needles and very sharp razor blades and things. So gloves are really good to have. This is the cheapest scoop that you can get, which is certainly something that you can use. I also upgraded my scoop big time. This scoop here I bought down in St. Augustine, Florida. It's all stainless, so it's not going to rust. It's real heavy, but it digs through the sand and it sifts the sand really, really well. It has a carbon fiber handle, so the handle itself is really light. But I would say, what do you think? Hold that once. What do you think? That's like 8 pounds,
Yeah,
5 pounds,
6
something
to
like
8
that.
pounds.
Yeah. So it's heavy, but it's awesome. So this was a big upgrade. This was probably between this and this was close to $300. So this was almost as much as my machine, but well worth it. Having to use this, bending down every time to dig, you know, it's great to start, but it's also like, where do you know, this one I can throw on my shoulder or whatever. There's nowhere to put this, so I had to get rid of that. This is just another little digger that I will probably bring on the beach today. I have another in here. I also have another coil, which is smaller, and I really do like using this for different applications, but we're going to use the big round coil today. I also did buy this. This is another spade for metal detecting in like parks, because you have to break through grass and roots and such. So we probably won't bring this to the beach today, but this is good for if you're going to parks, and we weren't exactly sure what we were going to get into today. So we're going to probably leave these behind because we're going to do it together today, and I'm going to have Jake do the swinging and I'll do the filming, and we'll see if we can find some diamond rings or gold rings or whatever.
Anything.
Whatever. The first thing that we're going to do here is turn the detector on. I just hold that down and it'll turn on. Up along the top here are the different modes. This is like Park 1, Park 2, this is beach, this is all metal mode, and this is field mode. And then this little part in the middle will show the metal. Like if I come over to my scooper, see, it's going to show a number, and that number, I think it's called the VDI, and it gives you an indication of what kind of metal you're getting, what your target is. But the first thing that we want to do in a new place is we want to ground balance the machine. I'm not here to really show you how to work this machine. I'm going to scroll here to the ground balance. Right now it's at 90, and I want to ground balance it to this soil. So I'm going to come back here. So it beeps 3 times. It really didn't change that much. I just pumped it and it just went to 88.6. But if I'm on like a sandy beach, it might go down to like 5. I don't mean a sandy beach, I mean like an ocean beach with more minerals. It'll drop down. So now it's ground balanced and we can basically start swinging. So Jake, what you want to do with that is you want to keep the coil as flat to the surface as you can. So you don't want, when you swing, you don't want to make big arches. You want to keep it flat to the soil, and you want to do it relatively quickly, smooth but quickly. Yeah, that's pretty good technique. Just back and forth. You need to have the swing in order to pick up the targets. And then you just kind of walk and decide. A lot of people will do like a grid style when they do it. Some people just go random, and you want to keep it as close to the sand without hitting the sand, and just keep it relatively flat. So he's got a target already. And what is the number on your, let's see, 22? You want to get a repeatable signal, and it's repeatable, and it's about this, it's right in the same range. So one thing you can do too is you can turn your body, and then because you're going to want to hone in on where that signal's coming from.
All right, so we found a target, and now we're going to dig in that spot. Hopefully we find treasure. She thinks it is like a bottle cap or some sort of junk, just based off of the return that we were getting on the machine. But it was also pretty deep, so might have to go in pretty deep here. Now we're going in with the pinpointer. I'm assuming to pinpoint. Oh, yeah. Wow.
That's not it.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, it's a coin!
Wow.
Wow.
It was treasure.
It was treasure. It was very jumpy signal, so I'm actually very surprised.
We are 5 cents richer.
We are. Good job.
So we got to fill back in the hole.
Yep.
We don't want to damage the beach.
Good beach steward. And we're gonna keep on looking. So, and again, it's good to check the same area since that was a nickel. Sometimes people lose everything that's in their pocket, so you can kind of check the same area to see if you get multiple signals. We're not picking up anything else in that spot, so that was a random nickel. Getting something? Okay, so that's, hear how that's kind of low and chattery?
Yeah.
That might be iron. And is it popping a number?
Yeah.
04. So 04 is usually, when I pop an 04, it's usually like a rusty nail or it's a tent stake. But if we can get the signal back, we'll dig it up. Now, a good thing to do is to turn direction so that you can kind of hone in on where that signal is. Why don't you try that pinpoint function? Just press that button down and now you don't need to swing, you can just kind of move it around.
Right there.
So right there. All right, so let's just mark that spot. Okay, good. Is that the rock? Yep. This is literally it.
Huh.
Just a little.
Flake of metal.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow. All right. Find 2. No treasure.
So he just swung in here and we didn't even have to dig this up. It's right here on the surface. Hey, now we got 6 cents. All right. Sweet. All right, we got another signal here. It's a 04, so it's probably iron. Tent stake or nail or something like that. That's not it. It is right here though. All right, there it is. What is it?
The bottom of a can.
You can get some of the.
Huh.
Oh,
Weird.
what is it? It really isn't a can. I'm sure it's very valuable. We'll check it out later. Okay, got a 04 again. Oh, I see it. Tent stake right there. You can pull it right out.
Oh, yep.
He found his first tent stake. Woo-hoo! Yep. That's it. Full tab. Woo! So, what'd you think of metal detecting?
I thought it was awesome. I'm probably going to go home by now.
Awesome.
It was fun.
All right. Thanks for coming along with me today.
Yeah, of course. It was fun.
Are you gonna like my channel and subscribe?
I already do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Jake.
Yeah. We'll show you some of our finds from Bradford Beach.
So we'll show you the junk finds first.
We'll show you the junk finds.
This is only about 2 hours, maybe 2 hours of hunting.
So the beach glass, we didn't find it with the metal detector, but there was a lot of beach glass on the beach.
Not fantastic, but it's all right.
Found a big fancy hoop earring, bobby pin. This was our first find of the day. It was a fork. Found it next to a tiki hut. Found a old e-cigarette, an Allen key, and then a whole assortment of bottle tops, all different ages.
We're in Wisconsin.
Got a Modelo top here, some rusted ones, Lining Kugel. Then this is kind of the more junky stuff. So we got a couple nails, and then a lot of these older style pop tops.
Look at how much trash we cleared off the beach, though.
Yeah.
So much trash.
And then just a lot of this kind of miscellaneous metal. But we did get some pretty cool things today from Bradford Beach. So we'll start with our first find, which is this coin from Ireland. 1988. It's pretty cool. It's got a harp on the front. I guess we probably could have drawn a conclusion on that of where it was from.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I'll look it up. I'll put it on the screen,
Yeah.
exactly where that's from and how much it's worth.
That was our first find, so that was really cool.
Yeah, first good find.
First good find.
Yeah, the fork was our first find.
Yeah. And then we found this coin from Spain. So not really sure where the foreign coins are coming from, but also really cool to find another foreign coin. And then probably the find of the day is we found a ring.
Yay!
So we have no idea if it's real.
I'm
or
pretty sure
anything.
it's sterling silver. We don't know if the stone is real, but it was super cool to find a ring. This is only the second time metal detecting, and that's pretty cool to find a ring right off the bat.
So those were our good finds of the day.
Yeah.
Everything else was fun.
Yeah. So thanks for joining me, Jake.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Of course.
And hopefully we can go do this in California next time I come out.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy my own metal detector now.
Yeah. Peace out.